So I'm having a chat with Brandon of Atreyu. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks so much. So firstly, you're out on the road at the moment with Bullet for My Valentine and Ginger. How's it been for you so far?
Aces, man. It's been incredible. We haven't been to Europe or UK since, 2019. So it's been way too long. It's been nothing but killer shows, massive shows, and good crowds. So it's been super fun.
Yeah, good. And how have the shows been and how have your sets been so far?
It's been awesome. We're playing a bit of a shorter set today, but tour as a sport, but try to pack in as much as we possibly can. And it's been cool, man. It's really fun to see, a lot of familiar faces, but then really kind of play into a lot of new faces as well, which is sort of the point,
Yeah, most definitely. And hopefully you've been playing your new single, Drowning. Tell us a little bit about the track.
I mean, that's actually been really awesome. It's been the first song, I think, in our career that we can remember that from the first show, people were singing. It was kind of crazy. It kind of took us off guard a bit because usually, it's to build and kind of get acquired to people. And it was from this first show, people seem to know it. People were about it. So it's definitely got a little bit of a sparkle to it for sure.
Good. And is this the start of a bigger body of work, another album, or are you just sticking with the singles for now?
I think it's just going to be kind of the start of this next era of Atreyu. There's going to be a lot of music coming from us, in the next year or so. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's great to hear. And obviously the last record of yours dropped a couple of years ago now, obviously in the middle of the pandemic. How much of an impact did that have on you at the time and the band?
I mean, hugely. I think us like everyone else in the world, it stopped everything. And, luckily we didn't have tons of touring on the books, so we didn't get hit that hard in that way. But we were sort of in the middle of making our last album, Baptize, when the pandemic hit. So really for us, it gave us a lot of time to kind of make some necessary changes. An album, and so for us it was nice to actually just have sort of an open-ended, off time to do what we wanted to do.
Yeah, most definitely. And just before that, you lost Alex from the band. How much of an effect did that have on you guys?
Honestly, I think it had a positive effect. I think that we're all in a really good place right now, and I think making and finishing Baptized was a really kind of important test for us, and even moving forward to, like I said, this kind of new era of Atreyu, it's sort of never felt better. So I think we're stoked for the future.
Yeah, good. And you've been around since the start, which was many years ago now, well over 20 years ago. How have you evolved? How has the band evolved since the start to now?
Learn from our mistakes along the way, kind of just, grow naturally. We've always been a band that's sort of gone after our own kind of sights and not really tried to follow anything sort of trend-wise. We've always just done what we do, and that's sort of proven to be a good thing. I mean, it's kind of a weird thing. Next year we celebrate our 25-year anniversary, and I think a lot of bands in our shoes sort of rest on their nostalgia and they rest on kind of the beginning of their career. But a band like us, I mean, we're shocked every day where you look at our, Spotify, for instance, and the top 5 songs are mostly songs. You know what I mean? It's songs from the last couple albums and then the last 10 years even. So it's one of those things where we've really been able to just keep things moving in a forward motion. And, things are definitely different, but it's definitely exciting right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And once you finish this UK tour in 5 days' time, what's the plan next? What have you got planned for the rest of the year into festivals and beyond?
The States do and then our plan is to come back here towards the end of the year, maybe November, December, for a real proper headline run. It's been over a decade since there was a proper Atreyu headline tour in the UK, so it's been way too long.
Yeah, it has been a while. And you've toured a lot and you've toured all around the world, but where are some places that you haven't got to yet that you really want to play at some point as Atreyu?
We've still have some boxes to check off. We've never been to South America at all. We're headlined in Mexico even. We've done, like Knotfest, and we've played shows with Iron Maiden in Mexico, but never like our own shows. In countries we've never been to. We've only been to Japan, so Thailand and Indonesia and all these kind of places like that. Southeast Asia we've never been. So we still have a lot of places to check off on the globe for sure.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Brandon, it's been a pleasure having a catch up with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.